Seeing the joy of people come through that door has been amazing.
We've always looked at Hale Centre Theatre as being a catalyst for good in the community.
How we began is such a fun story because actually Mark's grandpa and grandma, Nathan and Ruth Hale, began doing theater in 1934 here in the state of Utah because they were asked to do a theater for their church, and the royalties were too high. And so they were told, well, if you'd write one, then you can do it for cheap. So they did that and found they were pretty good at it. In 1985, they called us. We were out of state at the time, and they called their daughter, Sally Hale Rice, and said, why don't you come up and start a theater with us in Salt Lake City? With 220 seats, theater in the round, 25 paying tickets that first year.
In those beginning years, we didn't want to miss one phone call of someone who wanted to make a reservation. So at night, when we would leave the theater at around 10 or 11 o'clock, we would actually forward the phone to our home. And sometimes we would get a call at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the middle of the morning. And the person on the other end would be so surprised to find out that there was a live voice on the other end. Yes, how many tickets would you like and when do you want to come? I mean, it was crazy. We didn't want to let one opportunity to go by in which to be able to build the business. The biggest challenge that we've had over the years is growth, because thankfully the word of mouth caused people to want to come and see these shows. So we were in kind of a seedy little back industrial area in South Salt Lake. We operated there for 13 years, and the challenge was we didn't have enough seats, and so we expanded there 2 times. The big challenge that we had was we've got to have a facility that would accommodate more people. And so we had the opportunity to move into West Valley City. The question was, how do we build a bigger theater? Because we didn't have a lot in the way of resources. And that building was, at that time, $7.2 million. And for us, at that particular juncture, was a lot of money. And so we shifted from a for-profit to a nonprofit. And we built that theater and operated there for almost 20 years. Now, at that point, again, we had the growth problem. And so we decided, okay, we will move once again. And this time we'll get into a facility that will accommodate significantly more. And this particular theater in Sandy holds almost 1,400 people with 2 stages. And Sandy City had come up with a bond of $43 million, and it was up to us to come up with $39 million within 18 months. And let me tell you, that caused a lot of sleepless nights and stress as high as you could go. And I recall stating at the groundbreaking that basically we were jumping off a cliff and we had to figure out how to build our wings on the way down. And fortunately, we raised $39 million with the support of the state and with county and a lot of very benevolent donors, philanthropists, who believed in the cause of live theater and what it could do to enrich the lives of those who participated and would come to watch.
So we thought exponentially that we would just need maybe 10, 15 more people to come and work with us here in this new theater. And when we came, it was like drinking water out of a fire hose. We need someone here, we need someone there. I mean, at any time, even just running a show, there are far more people off stage than on stage, running that show because of the 3 levels of high technology that we're working with, and all of the hair and makeup and, costuming, everything else that we need to have happen. Last year on W-2s, including 95 full-time, and then the rest in regular part-time actors, production teams. We had 947 people on W-2s last year, almost 1,000 people working in the arts. I mean, it makes us one of the largest arts organizations in the United States, and it's pretty astonishing to us.
One of the main reasons why a new business would want to start here in Utah is There's a fantastic work ethic with a very broad set of skills, and people who believe in good causes and who are dedicated and have a high work ethic. And that has been our experience, and it truly is the people that are involved with us that are the reason for our success.
This is really interesting. The National Endowment for the Arts did a study, and per capita, Utah has twice the number of people who support the arts of any other state in the nation. We also, this is a little side note, they didn't study this, but this was a Utah study, have twice the number of pianos in homes. People love the arts here in Utah, and arts change the heart. Arts actually ignite the mind. They ignite creativity. They make everything else you do smarter and better and richer and fuller.
The Americans for the Arts did have a survey from which we gather this information, and the economic impact, for example, here at Hale Centre Theatre last year was $42 million. So that consists of people who come in and before seeing a show, theater and restaurants go hand in hand. So many people want to go out and have maybe a dinner before or after a show. And the fact is we have 30,000 season ticket holders. Many of them actually live in the surrounding states. And when they come into town, they oftentimes need a hotel to stay in. When people come into this area, they need to fill up with gas. Sometimes they'll do other activities and things prior to coming to a show or as part of their trip and experience. Not to mention the many, many people who are employed by Hale Centre Theatre. The livelihood that they're able to create and the domino effect that creates upon the whole society and the business climate. But last year, for example, every single state, with the exception of 48 of the 50 states bought tickets.
We'll get the other two. We're coming for you.
48 of the 50 bought tickets here at Hale Centre Theatre. As far as in the state of Utah, every single county bought tickets. It is just a really fun thing to see that Hale Centre Theatre has an impact, not only locally right here in Sandy City and Salt Lake County and the surrounding counties, but it extends way beyond that into the entire nation. I love the idea of failing forward. Learn how to fail fast, and learn from your experiences. And fail with enthusiasm, because when you fail, there's a lesson learned. And that helps you progress and to figure out how to do it right, or in some way how to do it. And in the arts, it's so interesting that there's rarely one way to do something right. And the other real important factor that makes any business work is finding people who believe in the dream, helping clarify what the vision is, what it is that you are providing in the way of a product or service that is unique and different and that will benefit people. And then figuring out how to get there and enlist as many people in the cause along with you as possible. And that's what makes it go. And that's really what's happened here at Hale Centre Theatre, is there are so many people who have been involved with us, who believe in the dream, and who have been able to make it come true and recognize that what we're doing and what we're all about is simply trying to leave this place a little better, this world a little better than when we came into it.
We're saying if you've got a dream, go for it. Grandma Hale always said, is that your dream? Then go for it. And give it all you've got, give it every chance you've got to make it work, and then start using your resources around you. And Utah is full of those resources. And last year, we had almost 600,000 people walk through the doors to see shows, 30,000 season ticket holders, 889 almost completely sold out performances in 1 year. It has been an amazing ride, and we are so grateful to this amazing state and the people who live and work.